Hey everyone, I am Bianca. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by today. I'm going to show you some Dollar Tree DIYs for Christmas. These are more on the buffalo check style, but no matter what style it is, you will always find inspiration in my DIYs. Before we get started, this is a very special day to me. I'm filming this on Saturday, November 14th, and so when I woke up today, I saw that I had 50,000 subscribers, well over that amount, and I just want to say if you've watched me or subscribed or liked my video, anything, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You guys have no idea how much this means to me. I've been a stay-at-home mom for as long as I can remember, and to do something like this, you know, it's out of anybody's comfort zone to get in front of the camera. Feels very unusual, but I decided to do it one day almost 3 years ago, and I did not think I would ever get here, you know, but with prayer and continuing to work hard, I knew I would get somewhere. I just didn't know how fast or how it would work out, you know. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon, so stay tuned for that. I got to figure out how all that works because I got to do my research, but continue to spread positivity in the world, and let's get started with today's DIYs. I'm going to start off with this little Dollar Tree gift box. As you can see, it has the red and black buffalo check. It did have a lid, but I removed that, and I have used it in a previous DIY. That's why there is floral foam already inside of here. I'm going to leave that in there, and I think I do add a little bit more. So I have a huge Dollar Tree ornament. These are the biggest I've seen at Dollar Tree. Just one by itself is $1. So I'm going to remove that little golden part where you would normally hang it on the tree. And I'm taking a dowel. Well, this one is actually a skewer. It's a really long one. They sell these really large, long skewers at Dollar Tree. I think they have them like 10 for $1. I'm just taking one of them, or you can use a dowel if you have one. I just decided to use this because this is what I had close by. After cutting the skewer down, I added a little bit more floral foam inside, and now I'm just going to stick it in the center. I'm going to add a few small little Dollar Tree ornaments to the bottom to kind of cover up that floral foam. I have a couple of white ones and then some smaller red ones. I'm using 2 of the white ones and 4 of the really small ones. So after gluing all of those smaller ornaments in place, I'm now going to take a little bit of a smaller ornament than this one that is already on the dowel. This is another Dollar Tree ornament. It actually had beads all on it, and I removed them, and I'm actually going to use them in a couple of DIYs in this video. So all I'm going to do is add hot glue on top and add it. You can kind of see the styrofoam peeking through because this one is made from that. So I'm going to try to hide that as best as I can, and then add a little bit of paint to the areas where you see the styrofoam so it won't show so much. I'm going to hot glue 2 more ornaments, and as you can see, I am going down in size as I get to the top, so it does look more like a ornament Christmas tree. The last thing I did was take a buffalo check bow, and I'm going to add it to the top. I'm just going to add it with my hot glue. So I found these last year, and I did see them this year at Walmart. I believe they came in a 4 or 6 pack for a few dollars. So I really like this one. I think it can be used in so many different ways, from choosing different colored ornaments, depending on your style. You can even use a different base at the bottom. You can also choose a different bow, you know, different colored bow at the top, or even a star at the top. Alright, for my next DIY, everything you see here is from Dollar Tree. I have 2 candles on the side, 2 small little candle holders or jars, and then those small red beads I was telling you about, they were on that styrofoam ornament from the previous DIY I just showed y'all. So what I decided to do was use these small red beads to add to the candle holder. What I'm going to do is start adding hot glue to the rim and start placing the beads there.
I can't wait to hold you. We'll be sitting by the fire and watch our favorite movies on TV. We can do what we want to do. Walk under the moonlight and kiss under the stars. It's gonna be like we never were apart.
I also added beads to the bottom as well. So I'm just sticking the candle inside, and the last thing I'm going to do is add another little buffalo check red and black bow, the same ones I found at Walmart. And I'm also going to add a little snowflake to the center. You know, you don't have to do that, or you can add whatever you like. I got the snowflake off of this huge tinsel Dollar Tree ornament. For the other candle holder, I decided to do a black and white buffalo check. So I have this Walmart ribbon from last year, and I'm just going to make a quick bow. You can just see how I'm doing it. It's very simple. I'm doing about the same size as the red and black one. And once I get it just like that, I'm going to cut the excess off. And then all I have to do is pinch the center. And then I'm going to wrap it with some pipe cleaner, which is the easiest way to make a bow. For DIY number 3, I am using 2 of these large tinsel ornaments. And what I'm going to do to start off is remove the tinsel. So I just cut a piece at the top, and then I just start pulling it off. And what I'm going to do is connect both of them with some more pipe cleaner. I thought this would be another fun way to make a large light up ornament. I did something similar a couple of videos ago. I actually used those large wreath forms, and it was a huge one. I did a really large one and then like a medium sized one. Actually, I think this one is a little bit easier. I guess just depending on the look you're going for, you can decide which one you want to do. If you want to see the other large ornaments I did, then I'll link it at the top. After using pipe cleaner all around the ornament to keep it in place, now I am going to add my fairy lights. I decided to do this instead of using the Dollar Tree lights, which you totally still can if you want to. I just really like using the fairy lights because first of all, this strand is really long. It's about 10 feet long and I got it from Walmart last year for a few dollars. Also, I like that the strand is made out of wire, so I'm able to place it exactly where I want. The little pieces that are sticking out on the sides, those are what was used to hold the tinsel in place, so I'm using those as well to hold the fairy lights in place. So this was honestly that simple. You can go without the bow if you want to really show the top piece to make it look like an ornament even more. I decided to add a bow made out of some fall buffalo check ribbon at Dollar Tree, and I made it the exact same way as I made the one that I put on the front of that candle jar in the previous DIY. I'm using this Dollar Tree sign for my next DIY. What I'm going to do is just turn it around and remove those stickers, and we're going to use the inside of it. I'm going to use my white chalk paint to paint all of the inside first. I'm going to use the joy ornament from Dollar Tree on the inside of this frame, but before doing that, I'm using more of those small red beads. All I'm doing is placing a dot on the corners in the inside and then adding the beads. I removed the excess beads with my scissors, and then what I decided to do, since there is a little hole on the top of the joy ornament where the twine was at, I decided to use that to place more of the beads through there from the back, and then I was going to hang them that way. But when I put it through the hole on the top of the sign, like I have it right here, it was crooked. It wasn't hanging right. So I just added glue to the back. I didn't stick it through the little hole on the top of the ornament, and I just hung it this way. Hopefully that makes sense. I hot glued the little greenery back onto the little joy sign. Now the last thing I want to do is go ahead and add this red ribbon to the outside of the sign. You can do this with any kind of ribbon that you have, or you can paint it. For this last DIY, I am using 5 Dollar Tree buckets. They come in a 2-pack and they're always located in the wedding section at Dollar Tree. I'm going to make some large Christmas bells with these buckets. Now the first thing I'm going to do is just remove the handles. And then on these parts of the buckets, I'm going to fold them inside. So I left all of them white, but what I went ahead and did was take some red paint and make 2 stripes on them just to give it more of a Christmas look. So all I did to do that was grab some red paint and a sponge brush from Dollar Tree. I take a little bit on my brush and I just push onto the bucket in a line. You can see these very light lines on the buckets, and that kind of helped me with where I wanted them to go. Now, doing it on camera is a little more trickier to get the lines straight. I had an easier time doing it off camera, so this was not going to be completely straight, but that's totally fine. You know, I don't care about it being perfectly straight. I love it to look a little bit rustic. All right, I got all of them painted the way I want. Now what we're gonna do is make a hole at the top of the buckets, and all I'm doing is just taking a drill bit for that.
Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light.
So this is how my belt is gonna look once it's done. It's super cute, right? All right, so it's very simple. I'm gonna show you how to do this. All I did was take those little red and silver bells from Dollar Tree. They come in about a 12 or 16 pack for, you know, $1. I just took a piece of twine and I cut that pretty long, you know, that way I don't come out short. I stick it through the bell at the top and I even the twine out. Once it's even, I'm gonna make a knot about 1 inch above the bell. Then I'm gonna stick it through the inside of the little buckets. Once I do that, I'm gonna make another knot at the top of the bucket. Lastly, I placed one last knot at the top so it creates a little loop. Now I'm going to hang them onto a red piece of ribbon. So I'm taking one of the buckets and I'm going to loop the red ribbon through, and I'm going to place 2 knots right there. I continue on with the next bucket, place it through about, I'm going to say about 2 inches above from the next one. And I'm alternating between the red and silver bells. So the last thing I did was take these Dollar Tree rub-on transfers, and I'm just gonna spell out Mary on the buckets. This is really simple to use. You just cut out the letter that you want, place it sticky side down onto whatever you want, and then you just rub it with your finger and it transfers over. I'm adding another one of those buffalo check bows, and I'm placing it at the top right here. Now what you can do is just leave whatever ribbon that you decide to use long enough to make a loop so you can hang it wherever you want. I just added more of those beads and placed this bow right there.
about this jubilee, while your joyous strains prolong.
Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed these DIYs today. I appreciate y'all more than you will ever know. Thank you for 50,000 subscribers. I will see y'all in the next video.